Hello, Monsters Abound here. If you're not sure if your Monsters Abound is legitimate, then check for the official Monsters Abound seal of authenticity branded onto the left buttock to ensure you have a quality Monsters Abound. Unlike me, I'm a cheap car boot sale knockoff cobbled together in someone's skanky housing estate garage and sold 5 to the pound by a cockney scampster. Anywho, last time we started moving on Lothir just to finish him off. We just got 3 settlements down here. It's going to be a bit of a grind though. I'm quite glad I picked Pathguard for Murdredessa. That's going to come in actually really useful. Probably more useful than Beastbinder. Although it's not bad, but when you're fighting vampires, attrition is murder. And we've also dealt with chaos for the moment, and I have left my coastline completely undefended, which I'm sure won't come back to bite me in the arse next to where the seal of authenticity should be. Cooler is healing up at Poxmarsh. We're going to use him to grab some little bits and pieces. There's a few sort of hanging around. And you know what? I could potentially just grab Galleon's Graveyard. I mean, if we want to win this campaign, and I do.
Count Noctilus reigns. In
Does
the
he?
business of despoilment, there is no time for games.
I could maybe just go for him. I reckon Cooler can take it. I reckon he's got this. We don't have the cash, but I could give you... well, I don't want those spears are a bit naff, aren't they? I should probably get something better than that. I also need more Corsairs. Holy shit, need more Corsairs. But what do we need to... Right, we... So, we need to kill the Vampire Coast. We're working on that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 8 settlements we need. So we just need 1 more, which could potentially be Hexotl, or it could potentially be the Galleon's Graveyard. Both potentials. We've got that, we've got that. We just need 10 more Corsairs, because we've only got 10. And we've won the campaign. So obviously there's a poll up, so go and check that. As said before, it's not a binding. It's advisory, right? Okay, so no one lose their shit about that. I will have a look at it, I'll see what people voted for, and then I'll make my decision, whatever that may be. And my decision is final, unless I change my mind. But until then, let's carry on. So, we need... Chaos Corruption is still shit down here. There was an event, I think it was a rite, that increases Chaos Corruption across the entire world, which seems awfully strong. Like, ridiculously strong. I don't know who did it, but it's stupidly strong. So... good to hear. Okay. Okay, let's end the turn. I forgot to move Dave. And Noxus, of course, is off on his little holiday. He's off to go and visit the old world. Potentially to see some relatives that he killed a while ago and probably buried their bodies in a shallow grave or something. I want to check out what's going on Athel Loren because it looks like Skaven. I think that the faction at Skaven Blight is Clan Skerry, something. The Techie Skaven clan have overrun Athel Loren, which is something I've never seen before. Usually the Wood Elves are quite sort of feisty. But it looks like they've actually got their head kicked in this time. Which is fascinating. It also looks like the Dwarves have the Northern Mountains and the Greenskins have the Badlands and the Southern Mountains. And the Empire is still fighting, despite the fact that Archaon is no doubt making ground. But I do want to see what's going on there, because that entire sort of edge of the map has just been hidden away, and I would like to see what's going on. So somewhere, there's still an army from Chaos, because they're assaulting my garrison for some reason. I'm not quite sure why they're doing that. Doesn't seem particularly useful. Oh, more campaign movement range. That's going to be useful. Piracy. Income from trade. Oh, that's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
All-powerful sorceress.
Okay, good. We can head off and recolonize some of these. That's going to be useful. Chaos Corruption is dropping all over the place, going down to 6% there. Good. Good, good, good. Oh, we're really... coming through these mountains, these jungles, is really slow. We just can't... I think I need... How much do I need to do raiding?
What is your dark purpose?
50%. Jesus Christ. Are we even in their territory? We are in the territory, yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do...
Ever closer. Raid and
I did want to sort of like move on them as quickly as possible, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that just... Right, there we go. We can heal you up. Now, I probably should have done that before, but we'll do it now. We'll get that done. Let's get the transformation of Cade on, because having a Manticore, probably quite useful. And we've got reinforcements in the form of Caladriel Emerald Eye here, who is moving up with some Black Dragons to give to Raquel, because he's obviously a beast binder. This is also going to help with the public order here, so that's going to like shore that up a little bit. We'll be a little bit slower than I would like going into there, but it's probably alright. I'm tempted to just go and grab this, but I might heal up. Your Hydra blood. You know what? I do quite like the Harpies. They're very micro-intensive, but they're quite a good unit just to throw at the enemy, just to tie them up. And they break it and they run away, which is fine, because they heal up quite quickly. And then the rest of your army moves in and pins down the enemy. I quite like that. What have you got? Well, that's not me. It's you. Can we assassinate this guy? No. No, but we can increase our success chance for next time, which would be nice. And Dave. Arms and armour. Heavy iron, sure. Is there anything else we can grab? Oh, there's something down here. Let's head for that. Maybe. Oh, there. Ah, there they are.
What do you seek?
There's Sabioth. Now, I do want to deal with Sabioth. I want to grab the Temple of Cain, but I don't want to grab it while they're away. I'd prefer it if they came back. We do need torture posts here, and I would like a Dark Elf Harbour, because that will help with our money. We can upgrade to the gold smelter there. Does that no, it doesn't increase income in the settlements, unfortunately. Everyone here is pretty happy. So I could go for the Dark Road, because that'll increase our trade income. And we've got research. More armour for Dark... that's not bad. I mean, more armour for Dread Spears, Dark Shards, and it does make them slightly better. Upkeep reduction would be quite nice. Upkeep reduction for... That sounds quite good, actually, because those units are quite expensive. So that will be quite a big reduction. And then I think we've run out of cash, have we? Yes, we have. I'm a little bit nervous about leaving this undefended. I need to go and trade these units ASAP. And then come back. Because otherwise, I feel like another wave of chaos could spawn pretty soon. And I'll be caught with my pants down yet again. Okay, Thegan's Errantry has done a thing. Assault Garrison. Again? Really? Is that... It's always been doing. He's just been assaulting my poor garrison. Look at him. I mean, I don't really care, but still. It's a principle thing. Let's colonise this. I'm not going to search the ruins because it'll be one of those god-awful puzzles which I can't do. So we'll just colonise it. Yes. Okay.
You're not right, Dad.
I mean, I'm not the one that's got an entire army of... Are these goblins with... Oh, holy shit, these goblins with fanatics. That's horrendous. I'm tempted to come down here and trash this joint. He doesn't have a lot of missile units. You know what? Just for funsies. Just for funsies, we're going to do this. Because exploding goblins is never not fun. I love killing goblins in Skaven. I also like playing goblins in Skaven. But it's fun to kill them. And at least when you play them, you get to kill plenty of them. So we've got Malekith and our Black Dragon flying over, of course. I don't think this is going to be as difficult as it suggests. I think the auto-resolve in the Festag beta is a little bit wobbly. So some nice breaths there. Oh, glorious. Look at that. 39 kills, 17 kills, and then we come in for the charge and just basically reduce some goblin archers here into jam, effectively. Just jam. They're now jam. Delicious jam. Well, not so delicious jam. We do have some death runners here. These guys are a brilliant unit. Really, really good. They have armor piercing. They do. The armor piercing. Look at that. Oh, bloody death runners. Great. Skaven have a lot of good, strong late game units, but their early game units are complete garbage. So Death Runners not going to be able to do much against Malekith and our Black Dragon, I don't think. We have moved our Dark Shards up, and you can see there are some Dread Spears in the front. They're there to get shot. Their job is basically to get shot in the face, just like this guy just did. I think he just took a crossbow bolt to the face. He's got some balls on his shield as well. So, yep, a couple of balls. He just got, yep. Skaven just put their balls on his face, and he didn't like it. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just get balls in the face, and there's nothing you can do. So, having caused mass carnage, 74 kills, 77 kills, we're now going to fly back and just do more breath attacks, because why the hell not? Because we can, basically. And those Death Runners are now dead. While this is going on, I actually got Parthok over here up on top of the wall, and I then kind of forgot about him. But what he's been doing, he's on top of the wall, and he's just like picking off these Forest Goblin Spider Riders. He's just sat there, just like plinking away, just like, oh, I just guess I'll do this. Haven't told me to do anything else. They told me to climb up onto this wall, and then nothing. And then await further instructions, and I've not got any, so I guess I'll just practice my aim. So lots of goblins trying to deal with these dragons. That's obviously not going to work very well for them. They do have lots of fanatics, but of course the problem with the AI and fanatics is they tend to use the fanatics as soon as they can against anything. It's a bit of a problem when it's against a dragon, which is not going to be affected by the fanatic, and in the midst of their own units, which definitely are. So often the fanatics work against the AI. But so far this has turned into a bit of a slaughter. So down we go, landing in there. You can see then come the fanatics, and pretty much anything they do is just kill a bunch of goblins. Mind you, the thing is, I mean, now we get to actually use fanatics. Fanatics, when Total War Warhammer first came out, fanatics was an instant ability that just happened. So you'd find that your goblins would just send out fanatics as soon as an enemy unit got close. And that's actually what happens in Warhammer Rules. In Warhammer Rules, as soon as a unit got within a certain radius, the fanatics were released no matter what it was. So Malekith is a bit surrounded here, so he's going to be using some magic to try and deal with some of these Spider Riders. A lot of Spider Riders here. It's a lot of spiders. A lot of spiders. Black Dragon's also fighting some down there. The enemy gates have been destroyed as an infantry, but we need to be a little bit careful because we don't want to get blatted by fanatics. So lots of... Look at all these Spider Riders. There's so many of them. Oh, it would be a shame if we were to, you know, stick some of them in a blender, for example. You know, like this. Oh, I love Blade Wind. It's the most satisfying vortex spell. Look at the number of dead there. Unfortunately, it goes down a hole, but it shall ever be remembered as the Blade Wind that killed a whole bunch of spiders. Now Malekith is fighting the Night Goblin War Boss, and these Night Goblin War Boss actually aren't too bad. Ooh, in comes some fanatics. That's going to do some damage to us. It's not too bad. Not too bad. And then we can fight these. In come these goblins. I think a goblin just took out a black guard. I mean, that's got to be embarrassing, isn't it? Death by goblin. That's an insult. Here comes some spiders from the rear. There's goblins running everywhere. Piles of corpses. I mean, the enemy did have 2,000 goblins and Skaven. Mostly goblins. So we're just going to deal with these spider riders. That should be fairly straightforward. Another little pit of shades there, which is going to cause mass damage. Oh, beautiful. Now these spider rider units now running away with barely anyone left. Just look at all these spider corpses. So many of them. So many spider corpses. So good. Okay, so we've managed to deal with most of the enemy army. As you can see, they're now fleeing back home, releasing some fanatics, which again going to kill mostly goblins. Sorry, it's not Parthok, it's Rakal. Rakal has actually racked up 43 kills and used most of his ammunition picking off these spider riders here. They're actually the assassins. Their missile attacks are shit at dealing with characters, but for dealing with like large units like cavalry and monsters, actually pretty good. They just never seem to hit characters. I mean, maybe that's just me. Still, we've still got a lot of spiders up here. It's like just hordes upon hordes of spiders everywhere. We are close to the plane of spiders. That's probably where all these have come from. So we're taking some fire here. It's only going to tickle us, but it's still going to do damage. So we need to sort that out. We have infantry on their way, some blackguard, and the Sisters of Slaughter also moving in now. They just have a lot of archers. A lot of archers left. Lots of these goblin spider riders archers. So we're going to land in amongst them and basically just hit them from every direction. Sisters of Slaughter going to come in from this direction. We can see Rakal is fighting some forest goblin spider riders over here and actually doing very well for himself. Look at that. Take him down. Good job. Nice work. I don't think they're going to be able to deal with him. Little blade wind here again. Such a satisfying noise, isn't it? Oh, so good. And it's going to do... Oh, look at this. Just lovely attack there. That's going to leave a lot of dead spiders, a lot of wounded ones as well. Our Blackguard are moving into position. Malekith is taking on these Night Goblin archers. There's also nasty Skulkers in here. Fortunately, Fanatics just... Oh, ow. How is everyone? Everyone okay? Everyone's okay. This guy's not okay. This guy, he lost his head. Yeah, okay. Well, no, mostly they're okay. Now we can charge in and engage. These Night Goblins, obviously our Blackguard, going to be much better than the Night Goblins, so it's not much of a contest. Quickly break the Sisters of Slaughter as well, moving into position. Chopping down these Goblins, backing up our Black Dragon. And finally, all of the Goblins that live make a run for it. That's what I love about Goblins and Skaven. It's just how nicely they explode. It doesn't matter whether you're playing them or fighting them, just that they explode in a pleasing way.
Wealth is power.
Yes, do I want it? I don't really want it.
Take anything of value.
Yeah.
My powers are growing.
We'll just do that. Because I kind of just want the cash. I don't really want the settlement. I'll just burn it a little bit. Because it's a big old pile of salt. And also it's the Plain of Spiders as the other settlement. And everyone... I mean... I don't think anyone wants to live in the Plain of Spiders. It sounds like the worst plane of ever. Just any plane. Even elemental planes. Like the elemental plane of fire, at least you're just going to get burned. The elemental plane of spiders, you're going to be covered in spiders. That's just the worst.
Adequate.
It's probably filled with giant spiders. And little spiders. It's probably made of spiders. Everything's made of spiders. Just the worst. Let's get further for Ho-Ha. Pretty good, doing a little bit of raiding there, getting some slaves. Slaves are coming along nicely. We've got lots of income. I could actually get another army, although I don't think I could actually then put much in the army. We'll come over here and grab this. We'll loot the carcass. I think that's an easy auto-resolve. That's fine. Take the slaves, obviously. And we got some bonus experience and some treasure. Not exactly what I wanted. I want some nice bonuses. But no, that's okay. There's another one down there. Then we'll go and grab the Skull Island. I mean, the experience is nice to have, right? Cool it in. Going to get some more XP. That's going to be pretty good. What you got? Your Dark Shards are starting to get to the point where we could go Cull the Unworthy, and that would be quite useful. Because these guys now have 37 missile damage compared to 32. Also some missile resistance, which means they're just better.
The air is thick with murder.
Yes, indeed. In bloody deed. I meant to go around and check all my settlements, and I didn't do that. That's on me. I hold my hands up. Let's get Dark Elf Manors here. Just try and build up this province as quickly as possible. Moransti has got a skill point as well. Bloody Moransti and her Pits of Shade. Throwing the shade all over. Let's go Enfeebling Foe. That can really help with taking out some lords, and particularly like monstrous infantry, because they tend to have good charge bonus, but not very good melee attack. So you can just like debuff the shit out of them. Go. Oh, there's multiple armies. I guess we'll get the Captain's Chest, Trunk of Maps, and Armour of Eternal Oh, hello. Hello there. That's really nice. Regeneration? Holy shit. Where is...
Lokhir Fellheart.
That's what I was looking for. You've got the Shroud of Death. Gives you Stalk. Makes you... I mean, you're on a dragon. That would give you regeneration and ward save and more armour. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. That then frees up armour for us. Who? That's not mine. You don't have... Do you not have a Witch Elf in your... Death Hag. I thought we had a Death Hag. Well, Malekith doesn't have... What's he got? He's got the Shield of Potalos. So he can have the Shroud of Death. Because that kind of suits him, doesn't it? What's this? Crimson Death. Weapon Strength. Enables magical attacks. Yeah, keep that. Obviously, he should have the Destroyer. This item over here, but unfortunately, apparently, it got lost somewhere else. He's misplaced it. He's tried retracing his steps. It hasn't helped. Basically, he doesn't know where it is, so we've just had to accept that we can't find it and move on with our lives. Income from post-battle loot, yes, please. And do I want fighting pits here? Yes, probably, because everyone's going to be grumpy because it's all horrible and wastelandy. Cyrus, get magical reserves because more Winds of Magic is never a bad thing. And Murdredessa, you're just going to stay there for the moment. Let's upgrade to the livestock pens because that will help with replenishment, which could come in useful. It's not going to help with the public order though, but oh well. Okay.
Murderous lord.
Who the hell's screaming? Is that you, Murdredessa? No? I don't know who was... Someone stepped on Lego or something. So you've got 90... So we need to get rid of one unit. I mean, we could get rid of one of the Harpies. As much as I love the Harpies, I mean, dragons are basically just better Harpies. So do that. That's what I'm thinking. I think we're only like one turn away and we can switch over. And then we can rush... is it Caladriel? Caladriel back to defend the Headhunter's Jungle. That's her job. And then we've got Couladin to defend the Vampire Coast and the Volcanic Islands. Although we might... Oh, hello.
The crew are restless.
If she leaves, I might... Yeah, it's definitely Skaven here. I never thought I'd see the day. Hey, Moustelon's not doing too badly for itself. Noxus, you're going to go and land. And then this should be quite interesting because I haven't seen what's going on. So we're just going to like send him over there. Just do a little wandering. You know what I want to do is check. I'm like 99% sure that this is all Skaven territory now. But I just want to double check because it's pretty great. It's pretty great. Okay. Murdredessa.
Ever onward.
Bring you down here. We're going to switch those guys over. That'll be fine. We could do a little assault. Another failure. Honest to God. Right, we do have... Right, Chaos Corruption is dropping here, so that's good. We do need that, though, so that's going to help. Could go with that. It's not very nice territory for us, so we could... Yeah, that seems generally alright. And I don't really know what my next move should be. We could clear out the mountains. Maybe come down and sort out these High Elves. We don't need to kill the High Elves. And to be honest, I don't really need to kill Katep. I could peace out with him. How does Marathi feel about me?
Marathi will listen to your plea.
It's going down. Because we haven't been prodding the High Elves. I mean, we could send an agent over just to, like, harass them. I don't think it matters whether they succeed or not. It's literally just the...
Cain requires another sacrifice.
Does he? He's a bit like that, isn't he? That Cain. He's a bit, little bit feisty. Yeah, we could get some agents, send them over. That'll be fine. We could peace out with Katep. Not particularly bothered with fighting him, to be honest. I mean, Tretch is generally fine with us, so we don't need to do that. We could potentially go to war with... Are these guys at war with... yeah, you don't...
much time for killing.
We could maybe start clearing out Wulfric. Because he's got a lot of this territory. We could, like, force him back. Or we could just start raiding. We could just start raiding the coast or something. I mean, people have complained I'm not being very piratey. And to be... I mean, we raided people? What more do you want? I mean, we've got a black dwarf swimming around, somehow not dying. Which is impressive. I think you'll agree. We'll get some more agents and we'll go and prod the High Elves a bit. It's a little bit annoying because it's more things to, like, sort out every turn. I do tend to find as you get to this point in the game, your turns do slow down so much. You know, your first sort of like 50 turns really, really quick, and then it just slows down. Oh, hello. You want to go, do you? You've got animated hulks. Those things are fucking awful. And you've got some hand cannons. Again, those guys are rubbish. Yeah, your army's kind of crap, Lothir. This is one of the problems with Shades. You can see the enemy battle line here it's basically the width of the battlefield, which means my Shades, which were hiding in the forest over here, hoping that the enemy army would sort of advance sort of over here, I'm going to have to make a run for it because they would eventually get picked up before the enemy army had engaged our main army and then got torn to pieces. So they've had to fall back to basically where our army is. Great. So that's fine. For some reason, Lothir is... It's just watching. You okay, Lothir? He's not doing very much, is he? He's having a little roar. Nope, he's not coming up with the rest. He's letting his army go and do the... Maybe he thinks he doesn't need to come and help. Maybe he thinks like his army's got this. Are they? I think it's right. At least I don't have any artillery. So, we're going to deal with... They've got these animated hulks. Now, the animated hulks are garbage. Basically, they are absolute garbage. Have they been buffed at all? I'm sure they didn't have that much attack beforehand. Maybe they're better than they used to be. I don't know. Back when I did my Celostria campaign, they were basically garbage. They did very little. Even sort of... I mean, like trolls are bad unsupported, so you use them with other infantry. But I just felt the animated hulks were just a bit garbage anyway. Anyway, we're going to concentrate fire on the depth guard. Take them out before they reach our line. I'm not too worried about the animated hulks. Over on our left flank, we've got some enemy units advancing. Some gunnery mob, some bombers. Bombers there, some depth guard. We need to deal with the depth guard. So Parthok is standing in the way, and behind him the Shades are just going to open fire. And oh my god, look how much damage. Wow. That's horrendous. I mean, these guys are not going to survive. Oh my god, poor Parthok. You're Parthok? Cool guys, don't look at explosions. You okay, buddy? It's not your day, is it? So it's not Parthok's day. He's getting knocked down. But our Shades are now dealing with these units. We've got some Rotting Prometheans we need to deal with as well. So we'll do that. But basically, our Shades and Parthok are holding up our left flank. We've just spotted a Mongol Haunter, Vinny Hodgeworth. He's moving in. We're going to move in. Hoha is going to engage. Yeah, charge. Oof. It's a big statue and cauldron of blood via thing with no legs. It's the Clash of the Titans. That's going to give our crossbows time to do their work. As most of the enemy army has yet to reach us. Some animated hulks managed to get into combat, but we have managed to pick them off with another unit of our dark shards. They're going down, and we've got some zombie pirate deckhand mob, which we're going to use some dread spears to engage. That's going to leave us free for our Shades. Unfortunately, I messed up here. I forgot to take my Shades off melee attack and set them to attack. So these guys are just going to run directly into that. So not the best. They're going to break and run away, and that's my bad. Hold my hands up there. But we've engaged this unit over here. That's looking fine. We're just charging our Sisters of Slaughter towards this blob on our right flank. Some of them getting picked off, but we'll be fine. It's a problem when you don't wear armour, isn't it, ladies? Hey? Plenty of screams. Good. And now we can just concentrate our fire on each of these units in turn. The hand cannons, not a very good unit. The hand guns, much better. Hand cannons, bit rubbish, to be honest. I was really hoping they'd be good, but they're not. They're just bad. So we go, picking them off. And yeah, we definitely got the upper hand on the left flank. Although we lost one unit of Shades, the rest... Oh, I mean, the Shades and Parthok managed to wipe out about 4 or 5 different units just by themselves, which is a very good exchange. Just some animated hulks left to take down. The animated hulks didn't do very well, did they? They died pretty hard. They managed to kill 23. And now it's just a case of... Where's Lothir? There's Lothir. Lothir's over here. Lothir's finally decided to advance. That's a tree, Lothir. There we go. You okay, buddy? I think you might need to see a therapist. So Lothir's advancing. He's not looking very happy. He's going to get some spells off. He's got quite a long range, and what he's going to do is he's going to drop some tentacles. Now we've got our dark shards in front. That means as soon as Lothir moves into range, he is going to get riddled with crossbow fire, but not before he throws some tentacles at us. Oh, tentacles! Watch out! But we've got a fireball. And Lothir doesn't last very long. Okay, well with Lothir's death, we should be... Get the replenishment. We should be able to push on to the Chamber of Visions and take it before they can get another army. Murderedessa is bold. More charge bonus and leadership. It's fine. We killed that guy. I'm not sure what Lothir was doing. Why he was hanging all the way back. He is mad, though, so... Could be something to do with it. What the hell happened there? Was that a Skaven army trying to hide? And got spotted. And then brutally murdered. Insurgents, survivors of the infamous Harkaldra rebellion, have been found sheltered in the northern mountains. Your lord begs for the honour of leading the expedition to root out the traitors once and for all. You agree? And before long they are herded into the central plaza in chains. What should be done to this traitorous filth? We could turn them into a weapon, which is quite nice. Could get more winds of magic. Meh. Weapon strength, all armies untainted in adjacent provinces. Would help bring down the chaos corruption, but I want to throw them into the blood forges. Yeah, let's do that. Bray herds. Okay, you're down there. That's not the worst. We've got a thing. And an organ merchant. Nice to have musical instruments. I could go back and trash this place again. It would only give us 63 sack value though, so I'm not massively invested. More reader time reduction? Yeah, sure. You actually managed to kill quite a few of those spider riders just because I forgot about you. Just sort of let you get on with it. It worked quite well last time. Let's get the Dark Tower. You've actually got loads of cash, which is really nice. Where are you guys off to? Who are you at war with?
Surely doomed to die. I would speak quickly.
Wow. Corvivish has no chill. Let's sail over here. I still really want to know what's going on over here. So we've got Noxus. He's gonna scooch down here. Just keep an eye out for us. Excellent. And we need to go and resettle these places. Yes, we'll colonise that. And rebuild. Probably inevitably just before the next Chaos Horde arrives and comes and burns it down again. Have these guys still got an army? I mean, they've got an agent, and that's the only one I've seen. I don't know where. I mean, it could be around here, maybe. I just don't know. I mean, you know what? Let's. These guys aren't doing anything. Let's send them out to see if we can spot where this other army is. Because there's no like Chaos ruins around here. This looks like all Skaven ruins. So I just don't know where it'd be. It's like just hanging out at sea, or maybe it's a bug and it isn't saying he's dead, despite the fact that, you know, the agent shouldn't exist if they don't have any armies. Murdredessa is going to get strength through spite. That's what she's going to get. And we're going to head down to the Chamber of Visions. Who's this? Can we assassinate him? No. Nope.
Don't be a fool.
Evelyn Sharp. The garrison here is... It's not amazing, but it's not particularly great that they have it. I would prefer it if they didn't.
Who seeks me?
Finding my way.
You're literally... You're close enough to have a conversation, but not switch units. Lovely. Okay, we'll do that next turn. Parthok is going to get... I quite like Deadeye. We'll do that. We've got commandment available over here. We definitely want the extra growth because both those cities were wrecked. We do want the torture posts here. More growth would be nice as well. I guess let's go with the artisan house because you're like so far in the corner. If anyone... I mean, I guess beastmen could spawn here, but I'll worry about that if it happens. That's future Monster Bound's problem. Excellent. What do I want you to do? Oh, I want you to come down here and grab this, don't I? So let's come down here, grab this. Oh, right, we were motorboating, so we skimmed past it. We have to switch to a normal stance and grab that next turn. And then we'll go and grab the Skull Island for a little bit of a rock.
Whatever bargain or parley you expect, know that the Kraken Lord always gets the spoils.
He says, stroking a tentacle. I don't really... No, I'm going to say no. We're gonna hunt you down through the mountains. I could fight Wulfric. But I think I'm gonna fight Katet instead. Because it's been a little while since I've fought some Tomb Kings. And we're quite close to fighting Tomb... Let's fight some Tomb Kings. We can have big fights with Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings always have massive armies. Usually of skeletons. And their terrible Scarab Swarm. I swear, that ability... I fucking hate it so much. If they've got Scarab Swarm, I'm not fighting them. Scarab Swarm, worst ability.
If you bore the Tower of Blessed Dread, you must expect the hospitality of Karandkar.
And don't steal the towels. Peace treaty. No more war, but we'll be back. No, you won't. I'm going to just smash you in the face. Probably. Oh, God, what is it? Fator Horseman, you're the worst, and I hate you. I hate you so much. Okay, can we... No, we have to move away, then go back. Sail to the wreck. Yeah, we'll resolve that. Take the slaves. Good, good, good. Treasure down below. So we've got more money and some bonus experience. That's not bad. Good sea captain. That's good. And your replenishment. Actually, I think we can head straight for the Skull Island, to be honest. I think that's probably okay. So, cool it in. We could go Darken the Skies. That would increase our reload skill by 20. I don't really know what reload skill is, which is the only slight problem. It's one of those sort of effects that is... It's just a bit hidden, weirdly. It's... Because it's not reload time reduction, but I think it is, in a way. A bit weird, but that will help buff up our Dark Shards. Of course, Dark Shards are the best unit, so why not have them? And buff them up. Let's go spread public order, because why not? We haven't moved you in a while, and I really feel like we're not using you to the best of our abilities. Let's head you back here. I do need walls. I could just raise this place, couldn't I? Really? Really? Are you sure? What is it about this auto-resolve at the moment? It's horrendous. I'm fairly sure I could win this battle with just the Black Dragon and Malekith. I guess we're going to have to fight it. I wish auto-resolve would maybe learn. Like, I managed to completely annihilate this army last time without too much trouble. And they've got less of an army this time, and they think it would be harder? It's probably okay. So taking a little bit of fire here. We're getting some balls in the face as well. Got some shurikens. I thought they were throwing balls. I think they're throwing shurikens. Slingers. No, the slingers threw balls. Is it balls? Some throw shurikens. I'm not sure which one's which. Anyway, so they've got lots of... Oh yeah, we've got dragons as well. So yeah, that's the thing. So they've got Goblin Archers, going to take a lot of fire here. At least they're quite short. I think they actually take slightly less damage than taller units because they're quite short. I'm not sure how accurate that is. It doesn't look like that's right. And we've got the classic Death Runners here. They're forming up on the back of the wall here, which of course is the worst place to sit because you're going to take all the arrows that don't get shot at the units in front. So our dragons now moving in. We're going to basically win this without having to effectively lift a finger. So goblins charging down the stairs, trying to fight us. It's not going to go very well for them. They're going to die horribly. There's the goblin warlord, the war boss. So far, all I've done is use the breath attacks and move this army forward, and then I'm just sort of watching what's going on just to see what happens. It's really not taking too much of my attention to do this. So these Death Runners are probably the nastiest unit they've got, and frankly they're not going to do very well against dragons. So this is just a matter of time. I would have auto-resolved this, but I think I might have lost actually. I might have lost the auto-resolve, and that would have been really embarrassing. And I very rarely can be bothered to quick save and then reload. It takes... I mean, that's a minute that I don't need to use. I'd rather fight the battle, to be honest. So our Dark Shards doing fantastic work as per usual, but this gate, apparently throwing a cauldron of blood at it doesn't do much damage. Just sort of bump up against it and do 1% of damage every 5 seconds, which is going to take a little while. So we're going to move the rest of our units in to help out. Already, the defenders on the wall are wavering, although I'm not massively surprised by that, considering they've seen so many of their friends being reduced to little bitty chunks. So we can go the rest of our units. We're going to take out that gate to help out. It's only up to 38. We're like, yeah, well, Hull Tresser, good work, good start. But tell you what, we'll take over from here. That's going to start. Yeah, there we go. That's looking a bit better. That's looking a bit better. Okay, having pretty much destroyed everyone on the wall, at least anyone important, we're now going to land down and kill the enemy war boss. And of course, they're going to release their Night Goblin Fanatics, which is mostly just going to murder their own goblins. Yeah. Good job, guys. Nice work. In come the Spider Riders. We've debuffed the Night Goblin Warboss, so he's only got 1 melee attack, which means he's not going to be doing too much. I mean, I didn't know really what to do, so I was like, well, I guess I'll cast that on him and see what happens. And he's only got 1 melee attack, so he's not doing very well. And then in come our infantry. And backed up by the dragons, the entire enemy army breaks and runs. Oh, what a surprise! It was really easy.
Take anything of value.
Burn it. Burn it to the ground. Oh, the Stuff Snatchers are dead. That was their last... I hadn't even been paying attention. That was their last settlement. Okay, good. We've got a Scroll of Power as well. Not bad. Okay, so we're going to take out Katep. That's the next step. Deal with Katep. You know what? I really like Doomfire Warlocks. I have so few recruitment buildings. I keep thinking about I should make a recruitment base, and I just seem to have enough like units just to sort of just keep ticking along.
Lord of the Black Court.
Okay, give me dragons. Show me the dragons. You can have a harpy. It's a fair exchange. By which I mean not fair at all.
I shall not rest.
God, can we really not?
Supreme Sorceress of Grant.
Okay, sure. Let's just send you back over here. It's going to take you quite a while. This jungle is an absolute nightmare. Honest to God. What is it? Right. Can we do any rights that are useful? Winds of Magic. It's only 250 slaves. I like more Winds of Magic. You can't go wrong with that. And we're going to assault the garrison. Success. Nice.
Supreme Sorceress of Grant.
And of course, we can lay siege. Now, they've only got 1 zombie. And this looks a lot harder than it is actually going to be. Or at least the
Accept my
but we
gift.
could just wait.
Grand
Because what else are they going to do? We can just wait for a bit. In fact, we could actually
Shaiish on you.
build some siege towers.
Cower
A couple of
before
turns,
my
attack. We've got
might.
siege towers. It'll be a lot easier. That works for me. That sounds pretty good. Assault garrison would be quite useful. I can't see how much we've managed to knock the garrison down. But... So they can get handguns. They can get deckhand mob. But the depth guard recruitment building is in this... oh no, it's not. It's this one. Okay, so they don't have much of a garrison here. But they can recruit another army. But in a couple of turns we can hit them. We'll have recruitment from here. They can take a turn to replenish, come down, join us, hopefully at some point. Otherwise, I mean... Modredessa is just going to be cleaning this up by herself. She just gets shit done. Those shades are pretty good. I will give them that. I will give them that. Right, Gaean Vale. We can upgrade this to the max level. Boom. Despite the fact that we hate living there. Because it's horrible magical forest. I bet like the plants and shit talk to you and the dark elves just can't be emo when there's like, you know, little cuddly bears sniffing flowers and drawing hearts and shit. It just doesn't work for them, so we don't like living there. I guess Malekith can have public order local province. Oh, I just don't think that's going to be. I just don't think it's useful. I mean,
Victory is mine.
I'll just go Chief Master. You just can't go wrong with Chief Master.
As presence.
It's always useful. Let's give you fervour. And then we're going to go and deal with Katep for no other reason than I feel like killing some skeletons, and I haven't done that yet. And we're going to go lead Noxus down to have a little just snoop out what's going on down here, because there's Kemlers over here. We've got Norska as well. Musalons all over the place. We've got some green skins. The Wood Elves do have an outpost here, but they've lost the rest of their territory. They're actually at war with the Skaven. I don't know, haven't met them yet. There's more Skaven down here. It's just an absolute chaos. Talking of chaos, I'd like to find where they are actually. I don't know. My concern is that Archaon's like gone, well, I could destroy the Empire, but I've heard of Lokhir Fellheart, and I think I'll go and fight him instead, and then just come sailing out of the dark and throw himself at me, which would not be ideal, but I have a sneaking suspicion that might be what happens. But we might win the campaign before that happens. But we'll have to find that out next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Lokhir Fellheart.